that here was their statement, lack of clear proof. The catch that wasn't, according to the NFL, a case of lack of clarity. Okay? That was their thing. Lack of clarity. We need clear and obvious visual evidence. I don't know what they need. Everyone in the world thought it was a catch. We thought the new rule was defined that way. Not happening. They say they needed the lack of visual clarity. Okay, great. Joey Bosa out. Chiefs own the Chargers. They beat them 8 straight times. Chargers want to jump out fast. I like the Chargers in this game going against a new quarterback. They finished the season so strong last year. Now Bosa's out. They're also very banged up, and the Chiefs own them. Scares me a little bit about that game. Bosa's got a bad foot. Falcons lose safety Neal for the season with a torn ACL already. Nasty. Quinn says, our red zone problems have to change. Duh. I mean, really. That's an amazing statement. We needed you to say that. Also, the Dolphins, and I don't tout guys for fantasy, but Dolphins tight end has been placed on the IR. That has opened the way for the guy that I told you I loved in the draft. I wanted the Jets to get from Penn State, Mike Gesicki. He is now going to be the starter for the Dolphins at tight end. Beware. A star will be born. If he's not a guy that was picked, grab him quick. You will wish you did. He is going to be a big-time tight end. Mike in Rockaway, what's up, Mike?
Hey, Mike, what's going on? First off, I want to say I love the app. Absolutely worth every penny I spent on it. But I'm calling regarding Eli Manning. Do you think, with how bad of a start they have in terms of tough games, if they start off bad, is there any way they bench Eli Manning, or is he your quarterback for the rest of this year?
Lock, stock, barrel, the quarterback, barring an injury. This is Eli's team. There's not any issues. They're not built for anything else. Eli will not go to the bench based on performance. He will go to the bench only because of an injury. Otherwise, he will be the quarterback all year. There's no way he would go to the bench, barring an injury. If he has an injury, yes. Performance-based, I can't see a way in the world that it would be a performance-based issue that would send him anywhere off the field. I couldn't even fathom such a thing, to be honest with you. Bob in Westfield, what's up, Bob?
Hello, Mike. Thanks for taking the call.
What's happening?
Mike, I agree with everything you said about the NFL as a business. Nothing can touch it. Audience standpoint, all the metrics. Obviously, NFL kills everything. We get that.
Oh,
but, Mike, that game last night and a lot of the games in the NFL season is becoming dreadful. There are a million flags.
Listen, I totally agree.
It's not good, Mike.
I'm not protecting the product.
Yeah, it's not good. I found myself last night just shaking my head the whole time. There was a flag on almost every play. And I know it was the first game, but Mike, it's hard. It's getting hard to watch the NFL. The college game actually is better. It moves faster. It's got a better pace. It's got a better flow. I hate the half times in college. They're too long.
First of all, the college game is too long itself. It takes forever.
Well, I agree with that. But I think, don't you think the game flows better though in college, Mike? Because there's less penalties. It seems like.
Listen, I think the college game is often, I think there's not enough defense in the college game. That's one part that bothers me. I don't like these 50, 48 games all the time, in certain leagues. Yes. I can live without that. But listen, yes. I agree with you. I think last night, the biggest issue, there's two issues last night. Number one, the officials don't know what to do anymore. They're not experienced, and they throw way too many flags. And they're not even sure what is and what isn't a penalty in certain regards anymore. All true.
Right.
The other issue is preseason is such a non-factor now that these guys don't hone their skills as units anymore. These guys last night spent exactly no time on the field as units together in the preseason. I mean, in any game situation. Crazy. They don't play. These guys, when you put these good teams on the field, they don't play in the preseason.
And, Mike, that could hurt the Giants this year because they got two main guys who barely played at all in preseason. I wonder what they're going to be able to do coming right out of the gate. That could be an issue for the Giants.
I can't say that it won't be. It could be. Bill in Windsor, what's up, Bill?
How you doing, Mike? I was listening to you talk about the NFL ratings and how they blow away the other leagues.
Not even close.
My question is, if Tiger Woods is in contention on Sunday with a chance to win, how much do you think he single-handedly could take away from the NFL? Because I'll be honest with you,
this week,
I would watch it.
In this tournament?
Yeah.
In this week's tournament, not even an iota would it.
But wouldn't you check it out? Wouldn't you be switching to watch it?
Not for this tournament. I don't care if he was shooting 55. I wouldn't be watching.
I think that if
you're talking you're talking about winning this ridiculous, trumped-up third and fourth weeks nonsense event, which means nothing. What exactly is the championship this week? You probably can't even name it.
Well, yeah, but no, that's not the point. The point is people have been waiting to see him win a tournament for years now.
Yeah, but you know what? If it was a big tournament, yeah, he'd get some play. Ryder Cup, get some play. A big tournament, if it was a major, yes. This tournament, no. I'm telling you, this tournament,
but no major goes up against the NFL.
No, I understand. There's a reason why nobody wants to go up against the NFL. There's a reason why. Hey, Mons, what was the rating last night for the game? What was the overnight, guys, for the game last night? I didn't see it yet. What was it? Somebody look it up and give it to me, what the overnight was.
Well, it's kind of a hypothetical, but if he contends, if he wins, I would be very curious to how much he took away from the NFL.
13-4, okay? A World Series game does a 10. The last night's game was a 13-4 for the NFL. Opening game, 13-4. Now, 13-4 is not a great rating for them. But that's just to show you that they don't – the golf tournament, I guarantee you this week, the golf tournament won't do on Sunday, won't do a 2.
Even with Tiger in the lead, if he was in the lead.
If Tiger in the lead, it might do a 2.5, okay? But it won't do a lot more than that. Now, it'll be up, then it would be bigger than it would be. I'll give you that. But on this tournament, it will not. Opening week NFL will completely drown it out.
Okay.
Completely. As a matter of fact, the NFL is the college is. The golf is trying to move their schedule around so they don't get so beat up this time of the year. They get destroyed this time of the year. So it's a big problem. I mean, when you realize that leagues don't do 13-4s in the regular season. They don't do that. 13-4, that's an NFL number. You don't do those numbers. Okay, so since the Super Bowl, that's the highest rated sports event is that game, just to give you an example. Since the Super Bowl, that's the highest rated sports event of any kind. That's championship games, that's anything, that's NBA, that's NBA finals, that's college basketball finals, that's everything. That's a regular season college game on NFL game on a Thursday night, higher rated than any event since the Super Bowl. That's just to show you what you're talking about. The NFL's on a different level. Stuart in Brooklyn. What's up, Stuart?
Yeah, how you doing, Mike? I just want to ask you, do you think the Browns and the 49ers have improved themselves significantly?
Don't compare them together because they don't deserve to be put in the same breath. The 49ers are real. The Browns are still, until I see different, a bunch of clowns.
You don't like them at all?
Like them in terms of the Niners won their last 5 games last year with Garoppolo. The quarterback is 7-0 lifetime. The Cleveland Browns have won one of their last 32 games.
But they made a lot of improvements.
Yeah, listen, I think they'll win 4 or 5 games this year.
And they're only a 2-point, I think, underdog.
Listen, I think they'll win 4 or 5 games this year, so that's a big jump from one game. But they're not going to. I mean, when you say. People are expecting probably too much from the Niners because Garoppolo's never lost a game. He's 7-0 lifetime, and he went in last year and won all 5 games. He's not going to come in this year and go undefeated.
They have that big running back also, Hyde.
Well, they don't. They're not going to go undefeated. Listen, Cleveland's improved. They're drafting every year at the top of the draft, so they're getting players. Eventually, those players have to stack up. But this team doesn't win games. They still have to prove they can win games. Sooner or later, they have to win games. They'll play well enough on Sunday to have the Steelers break their heart probably in the last 3 minutes and win the game. I mean, that would be typical. Quick break. When we come back, we'll chat some